And then how would you think about the other side of that coin, which would be an insurance company choosing to take a non-proportional structure over a proportional structure? Non-proportional, again, just being they would have their own attachment point and then their own limits. So it'd be similar to a deductible of sorts, but they would have a up to $100,000 the insurance company would retain, just like our deductibles, and then the reinsurance would sit on top of that. What would be the thinking behind an insurance company taking that approach instead of proportional?
Yeah, I think typically the non-proportional products, which we typically see embodied in an excess of loss contract or similar, tend to be used for event-based exposures. So, for example, you're trying to protect against a natural catastrophe that occurs within a specific window of time, or in the case of some other products, to a specific property or a specific policy that you've got in place. And you know, as the insurer who's looking for coverage, that you have exposure there that you would rather hedge against through the payment of a reinsurance premium than keep that great big unknown on your balance sheet. So what typically happens is because you, as the insurer, are ultimately responsible for paying that claim, however big it might become, in which case, you know, in some of these cases, it's really huge, the potential exposure. You tend to buy non-proportional coverage up to the most dramatic this scenario could possibly be. And that's usually structured in what we call layers. So I'd love to maybe spend a bit of time on layers, if you can explain that in a second. But basically what you're looking to do is say, right, we love this business, it's great, you know, it's homeowners insurance, it's car insurance, or whatever it might be, on a normal year. But we know that, for example, every 1 in 10 years, something very unpredictable happens, and you end up on the hook for not just one policyholder claiming, but thousands of policyholders claiming simultaneously for exactly the same reason, which might be a hurricane or a flood or whatever it might be.
Yeah.